It's ironic. I'm a rookie, so this is my first experience with you.
Yeah.
But however, you've influenced my girlfriend for quite some time, and it's significantly helped our relationship.
Yeah.
So I'm sort of looking for a point of clarity.
Because here you are and she dumped you?
Not exactly. She actually treated me to come here today, so that was really nice. But as she's listening, and I'm getting excited about things that she's coming to understand and accept, there's this one point of contention. I won't call it contention. I'm looking for clarity. So you've said something along the lines.
You're a quick study.
And oh, by the way, she told me to raise my hand because I would get called, and here I am. Ironically, it's kind of bizarre. So I think you said
Well, it wasn't the way he raised his hand. It was the vibration of the being who was raising his hand. In other words, that's why we said standing on your chair doesn't help.
And I feel that. I absolutely feel that. You've had some teachings along the lines that said something about if you like it, just do it. And my girlfriend enjoys sleeping a lot. A lot. And I enjoy naps as much as the next person, but somehow this has become now okay to sleep a lot. And so I'm wondering how the point of clarity, if you like it, just do it, comes in the way of other energies we could be putting into enjoying.
Well, that's why we asked
of life.
the questions earlier, and it's a very good precursor to this conversation. Would you rather feel content or enthusiastic?
When you asked that question, I actually felt content because I like being satisfied.
But let's put it into context here.
Okay.
So if someone is content in sleeping, then why is there any discord within you about it?
It's not the sleeping part, because again, I love naps too. It's the amount of sleep. The amount of sleep.
And so,
like we'd be sleeping right now if we weren't here. And it's a 3-day weekend. Half Moon Bay is 20 minutes away.
but what we're asking you is that since there are degrees of emotions, and so what is it about someone sleeping? What is it that you have a disagreement about?
So on a more serious note, I'm driven, and I don't anticipate or expect her to have the same drive that I do. However, we have some goals and aspirations in life, and I think that...
So we understand that, but
Okay.
we want you to try to put some words to it about what is it about sleep that feels resistant to what? What is it that the sleep is depriving of?
Other activities we could be doing together.
So, now the reason that this question is so perfectly placed in this seminar at this time is because of the conversation that we just had about action. What's the difference between alignment and action? And so, if you are in complete alignment, then ideas that flow and the places you go and the things you do, and then that's all very productive to your experience. But if you are not in alignment, the only thing that matters is getting into alignment. So there's a case to be made, you see, because a lot of people believe that they'll find their success by action, by activity, that if you throw enough mud on the wall, some of it will stick, that you don't want to be lazy and you don't want to be inactive, that you want to be out there and looking for opportunities. But there's a bigger case to be made for find alignment first and then follow the inspired action. So we're not saying that she is or isn't reaching for alignment with those naps, but we do know that getting into action just for the sake of action is not the answer either, you see. So what you're doing, you're amplifying the conversation that we just had. Which is better, action or a nap? And you say, well, to a certain degree I'll go along with the nap, but then it reaches a point where I want action, I want involvement with me, I want us to do something together, I want us to be productive. And we want to say we're on her side for this reason. Get into alignment, and then, because the measurement that so many people are using for success is about how much can you accomplish and how many calls can you make and how many people can you see and things like that, when the true measure of success or accomplishment is coming into alignment. Because when you tap into that source energy, you have this leverage that is so much more. There's just not enough action in the world to compensate for that. So now here's why we are happy to have this conversation with you. Sometimes when people have withdrawn into a nap, because the nap feels better than the disconnected action. And then that becomes a pattern, so that there's more napping than there is coming back into alignment. We would far rather see you in appreciation than in meditation, even though in meditation there's no resistance, and in appreciation there's no resistance. We would far rather see you focused in the world in alignment. So we're on your side in this sense. We would far rather that you are in alignment and inspired to action than that you are withdrawing into slumber in order to escape being out of alignment. And we think that there's some of both of those going on. In other words, that being depressed, have you ever felt depression and all you wanted to do was just go to bed and pull the covers up over your head? You just don't want to get out there. Well, that is the right thing to do when you feel like that, because it's the only chance you have of coming back into alignment. But if it's a strong pattern, then the nap isn't doing it for you, and there are other things that you might want to do in order to make sure that you're in alignment. How do you find her when she's awake? Is she a positive person?
Yeah. Yeah. She's a little bit of both. She can be a little bit.
Sort of like everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Helpful?
Absolutely.
Leave her alone. Oh, she's awake. We're surprised. We thought she'd be over there under the chair asleep.